I'm always talking about bad experiences, and most people do. But what about good experiences? Like the time when we were at Stanford, me and Oladele, this is a picture of him and his child when she was a preteen, and her baby brother. That's when I just had 2 children. I have 3 now, but there was a time when we went to an event, and I'll never forget it. I remember I had to dress up, and I remember walking up the steps, and we had an invitation to it. And he was a PhD grad student at Stanford in physics, and I had just graduated from the University of Illinois with a BA in education. And I had all A's and 1 B, so I was on the dean's list, and I was pretty proud of myself. Anyway, we went to this event. We walked up the steps, and then he said you have to give the invitation to the man at the door. So I thought it was fun. The man at the door, he had on white gloves, he had on a tux. He had kind of a deep voice, and he said, announcing Mr. Oladele, he could hardly say his last name, Ajayi, and his wife, Shirley Ajayi. We walked down the steps, and there were people, from all over the world. So I still can't remember because this was a long time ago. I was in my early 20s. That was a long time ago. And I remember when we got there, they were standing in line, all these dignitaries, and we went down the line and we shook their hands. And he announced us, and I remember courtesying. I did a lot of courtesying back then because he was known as a Nigerian prince. Okay, back then. So I courtesied and I shook their hands and we walked down the line. And I'll never forget that. I've never had that experience in my life since then. I don't remember what I wore, but I know he bought me a lot of stuff. So it had to be something I know I had a shawl on, though. I do remember that. And that was in 1973, just to show you what age I am now. I'm up there in the 60s. But that's a time that I'll never forget in my life.